You know, I first took the oath to defend the Constitution of the United States against enemies, foreign and domestic, on the plane at West Point when I was 17 years old. And for the better part of my adult life, I have spent that training and fighting foreign terrorists. And now as the chairman of the Committee on Homeland Security, I contend with the domestic threats to this nation. The greatest domestic threat to the national security and the safety of the American people is Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Yes.
He, through his policies, has defied and subverted the laws passed by the United States Congress. He has defied multiple court orders. He has lied numerous times to the United States Congress. He has, under oath, stated things that were blatantly, obviously incorrect. He has broken his oath to defend this country. Even A.G. Garland admitted that the policies of Mayorkas are being used by the cartels to exploit the American people and make billions of dollars, putting Americans at risk, hundreds of thousands of Americans dead to fentanyl, tens of thousands of young people trafficked into sex slavery, billions of dollars wasted, expanded criminal networks now connected to the drug cartels in Mexico throughout our entire country. Director Wray admitted before my committee the other day, our committee the other day, that with the border wide open and a war in Israel, Hamas can just walk right in. That's the director of the FBI. He fears for his own agents. It's clear this is intentional. Secretary Mayorkas knows the policies. If the AG knows the policies are the cause, Secretary Mayorkas knows the policies are the cause, he's doubling down. He's doing this intentionally. Despite the catastrophic harm to our country. Well, our committee has finished its 5-phase investigation. I want to thank the members of the committee for their hard work and our staff. You're going to see a lot more coming here very soon. I'm going to let my colleagues talk about the numbers because I get to talk about them all the time. I want to spend my 2 minutes this morning telling you that the cause of the problem is Alejandro Mayorkas. Thanks again to the speaker for putting this together, the members for coming. Every state and city in this country is a border state, but I want to say a special thank you and salute to Texas. You have borne the brunt of this, and we will not let you down. Accountability is coming, I promise. And I will be followed by the amazing chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Jim Jordan.
Thanks, Mark. And I too want to thank the speaker. I want to thank all the people in law enforcement that we got a chance to interact with today.
Congressman, I just want to let you know there are illegals crossing as we speak behind you, just to give you an idea.
Yeah, that's kind of what we all know how serious this problem is. So I would just say this. I think the country understands the magnitude of the problem, but I think there are 3 fundamental questions we got to ask. What's the cause? What is the true magnitude of this problem? And then what's the solution? We all know the cause. The speaker said this. The cause is the policies of the Biden administration. And they frankly decided on day one, January 20th, 2021, when he took the oath of office, they decided that day, no more building the wall, no more remain in Mexico, and they were going to release people who came to the country. And that became the incentive for so many millions to come to our great country. The magnitude of the problem, you've all heard the numbers, but I just point to 2. Last month, record month, 300,000 illegal migrants come into the country. The pace of the Biden administration in his term as president will reach 12 million when they're done. And I tell people that's the equivalent, that equals the population of the state I'm from, the great state of Ohio, 7th largest state. That's the pace we're on. That's how big this problem is. And then finally, what's the solution? The solution is to go back to the policies that worked. The solution is our legislation. Or the solution is simply, I think, one sentence. No money can be used to process or release into the country any new migrants. To just say suspend it now, which the president can do. But if he won't do it, we should put that one sentence in must-pass legislation. That to me is how it finally, I would just say this. I think in the end, it boils down to the will of Republicans in the United States Congress. Are we going to force that sentence, that solution on a piece of legislation to get this done? That should be our charge. If we don't, then we're going to have to wait. Then we're going to have to wait for the presidential election and hope that President Trump is the new president where we can get back to the policies that work.